We did it!
That's it. I think we killed it.
Hi, my name's Jayme. What we get to do, we have one of the best jobs because our job is to literally bring joy to people on stage. We get to do what we love, and doing that, we're bringing joy to people.
Is there anything that you want me to avoid?
I don't know how that happens.
Yes.
Ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous.
We're going to see how this one goes.
Yeah.
We're going to see how this one's received.
Absolutely.
If people like it, if we've got more stuff to talk about that hasn't been spoken about.
So do we do like an intro?
We should do an intro.
Absolutely.
Hi everyone. Hi. Welcome back to our channel. Hi. How are you?
Hi.
We are not makeup gurus.
Absolutely not.
In any way, but today we are getting together because actually, so I posted a selfie of myself feeling really cute.
As you do.
And I was like, this makeup looks bomb as heck. So we're gonna, post it, we're gonna feel cute, people are gonna be like, oh my god, you look adorable, we're gonna get some validation from people.
Absolutely, that's what
But the main thing was, I was feeling cute, so I posted a photo. And then I got a message from Lyndon Watts. Shout out Lyndon. And he sent me a video, like a screen recording of his thing, and it was your photo of your selfie because you were feeling yourself. And then he scrolled, and then underneath, it was my photo, like right underneath. And I was just like, this is a big, big sign because we've never met in person.
This is the first time.
So,
day.
we've liked each other's things on Instagram and stuff like that, but we've never connected and we've never gotten together and just said, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So I thought this is a great way to do that. And I feel like I know you already.
I know.
Like, I feel like we've been friends for like at least 4 years.
Absolutely.
At least. Okay. Alright, but we're gonna get into some makeup while we do this because we were obviously feeling our oats. So today we're gonna feel our oats even more.
Roll my sleeves.
Definitely not makeup gurus or anything, so this is just us having fun.
Yes.
Hashtag
not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but
Like
would love to
anyone.
be sponsored
Absolutely,
if anyone
right.
wants to sponsor us.
Absolutely.
She's got the Blood Sugar palette from Jeffree Star, and I'm going in with Kat Von D's palette today. So it's a bit of rivalry.
It's very controversial here.
But this is all I had to cute. I'm on tour, I'm traveling with this and like 2010 makeup over here. So guys, throw your makeup out if it's old.
Throw it out, it's got an expiry date.
So let's get into it.
I'm ready.
Alright, are you so ready? Tatcha, most expensive primer you'll ever use.
I'm also using, but only in the sample size.
Sample.
$80.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
How old are you?
23.
Where are you from?
Melbourne.
Originally Melbourne?
Yeah.
What's your background?
South African. Are you? Are you South African, New Zealand? Oh my gosh!
Okay, so I was born in South Africa. That was supposed to be quickfire. That just
That was
a
not
tangent.
quickfire.
Who's your favorite actress?
That's
a lot. Sorry.
I don't know. I always say Cynthia Erivo just because from Colour Purple she was just my favorite person in the whole world.
Favorite actor?
Oh, I just really love Ryan Gosling. I really love him. And the guy who plays Captain America, what's his name? You. Captain America man. You.
I'm not really good with names.
Neither am I. I'm good with faces.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm good with faces.
If your house was on fire, what are 3 things that you would grab?
Oh my god, my dog, Freddie.
Oh my god!
He's not here right now, he's at puppy daycare. My phone and my partner. Because he's probably asleep.
Yeah, probably. So you're
right! Wake that boy up!
How did you get into theatre?
Well, it actually happened when I was quite young, so I was 9. And my next door neighbour asked me as a 9-year-old, she's like, can you sing, dance and act? And I was like, yes. And then she's like, well, there's these Lion King auditions, you should go to them. So this is 3 days before the Lion King auditions happened. So my mum, took me to the auditions and I got through. I messed up every single line in my first audition, but they saw something. And I got through, and then I made it into, I was a young Nala in the Lion King.
What?
Yeah. When I was 9, I did it with like Tarek and Daniel. Yeah.
That's
That's why I met them. It was so cute. It was the best experience.
Oh my gosh.
I used to say
child star.
absolutely not.
Young Nala.
I know.
You're basically Beyonce.
Hey, Beyonce.
You're basically Beyonce.
Love to be Beyonce. Don't forget the neck. Don't forget the neck.
Yeah, look, I'm really not the best. I've just been like hitting my face with this beauty blender and hoping it's all blending in.
I haven't wet mine.
So don't judge
absolutely
the process.
Don't.
This is just what works for us.
You just gotta trust the process.
You gotta trust the process and trust that you know what you're doing.
I can't get rid of this glitter
What glitter?
from my show, Charlie's Rock Factory. We're at Capitol Theatre at the moment.
Just a ginger plug.
We're leaving the 21st of July.
So get your tickets really quickly.
really quickly. Yeah, this glitter, I can't get rid of it. It's everywhere. It's in my eyelashes. It's my life.
It's also so freaking fierce. Like, that is the coolest makeup.
Thank you.
And, like, when somebody told me you're gonna do music theatre, I was like, I am gonna be like glammed up.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think that's different to like Mormon?
Oh my gosh, I'm Mormon. So Mormon, they tell me no foundation, just like maybe just like a little bit, a little bit of mascara, maybe a little bit of blush.
Oh no.
I would wear just a little bit more than that. Do you like my foundation?
You're like highlighting.
Yeah, just a little bit of highlighter. But I used to call myself, I was the beautician of Uganda. That's what I used to call myself because I had like just a little bit of shimmer, but I was just sweaty. I was just really dewy and sweaty. Yeah, I was just in Uganda. And now here I get to play with so much makeup and it's the best. It's the absolute best.
Yay.
I love it so much.
We went on another tangent.
I know.
Sorry. Where did you study?
So I studied my first year. I studied at VCA. I did their foundation course, and then my second and third years I went to Ministry of Dance, Jason Coleman's Ministry of Dance. Deb Jamal, you're the best. But then I did 2 years there in their musical theatre course, and that was great. That was really good.
How did you find it? Did you enjoy the process of it?
I did. VCA was amazing, but I don't think it was for me.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. And I just wanted to do more dancing and stuff.
Sure.
So going to ministry was great because I did musical theatre stream, but I still got to do all of the dance classes, and that was it was so good. And then we got heaps of like industry professionals coming in and teaching us, and we got to know lots of them. Like that's where I met Andrea for the first time. She came and she taught me that, and Mitch. I'm so happy.
I just have to conceal my mustache, sorry.
No, absolutely. I get mine
some hairy
threaded. I get mine threaded.
Yeah, look, it's been a rough 2 weeks.
I haven't done my eyebrows. Look, I'm waiting to go home. The ladies at home do my eyebrows and lip for like $18. Here, it's like an arm and a lip.
Expensive.
Yeah.
It's so expensive, and then like sometimes I'm like, oh, my boyfriend doesn't mind a little bit of a bun. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Like, who am I trying to impress?
It's only when my partner says, baby moustache is bigger than mine. That's when I know it's time to...
Oh my gosh. What was your first ever show, obviously?
It was Lion King in 2005, 2006 was when I did it.
Child star.
I was a baby. I was 9, turning 10. I was an absolute baby.
Oh my gosh. What did you learn? What was like the biggest learning curve for you as a child?
Well, you don't really understand what you're doing because you're so young, and because I'd never done any other shows prior to this, I had no training prior to this. It was just I get to skip school and I get to dance on stage, and it was the absolute best. But I learned a lot about my voice. As a young age I learned a lot about my voice because my voice was very quiet. It was there, but it was a very quiet voice. And then when I finally got lessons and started working with them, we called it Cub School. That's what it was called, Cub School, when we learned all of our material. It was so cute. So that's when I learnt a lot about my voice and your belt and all that stuff. That's where I learnt it. My singing teacher when I was training, Deb Mitchell-Moore, you're the best. She...
I need to get some lessons from Deb.
Deb's the best. She helped me find my belt. See, I thought I knew how to belt.
Yeah.
And then she helped me actually find it, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was like the light bulb, and it was amazing. And
who's at opening night for you?
Who's at opening night? My mum and my dad, and my partner.
You're engaged, right?
I am engaged.
Check the ring. Sam.
If you know. Sam. I was actually going to be a question that I'd ask. I was going to be like, you guys.
Your current show you're in, obviously, is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
And, like, you've been very booked and blessed. So
very lucky. It's very hard.
Life is great.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me about the shows that you've done? Like, you started off with.
So I did Lion King first, and that was absolutely brilliant. We only did the Melbourne season. So for the children, they usually change kids for every season.
Yeah.
Lion King was the moment when I realized, like, this is what I have to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It happened when I was 9 or 10, but the first moment that, you know, we appear, we're like walking down the aisles in this like little elephant, and we're like the baby elephant. It was so cute. So that was the first thing, and then like looking into the audience and like seeing people's faces and like how happy they were and like the smiles that you got. I was like, I have to do this forever.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and that was obviously my first show. And then I went to school, I did high school, I did all of that stuff. And then in high school, I did all of the musicals, obviously. My first musical that I did in high school was High School Musical. And I was the guy that changed into a girl that played the cello. Yeah. I played the cello. I played the cello. But like, I played the cello like that.
Oh, cute.
Thank you. And then, Lord. And then we did like Fame and Footloose and all those things, like Bruce. And then I came to VCA, and I did training there, and then I went to ministry, and then when I was in ministry, I was able to do In the Heights with stage art. Stage art.
You did that while you were studying?
Yes, it was only the revival season, so it was only very short. And then
at uni, did they encourage you to do other shows?
Only if you were ready. Only if they thought you were ready, because you're representing the dance school, the school. So they only wanted you to do it if you were ready, if they thought you were. Yeah. And this was at the start of my second year, so they thought I was, so I was able to do that. And then I did The Colour Purple, which was the best experience of my entire life.
So jealous.
It was the best.
We could take a little tangent onto The Colour Purple. Just tell me about it. You played Sasha-Lee? Yes, I played Sasha-Lee. And I wasn't even going to audition, but then they saw me in the Heights, and they were like, you're going to audition, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I just did, and then I was able to get it, and it was emotionally and like mentally the hardest thing ever, because you know, the first day of rehearsals, everyone had a piece of paper, and it was something rude that they'd written to Sasha-Lee, and so I stood in the center of the circle, and everyone just said it. It wasn't to me, it was to Sasha-Lee, but still, just to hear that, and to hear that someone actually went through that, it was the hardest thing ever. You're Sasha-Lee? I'm Sasha-Lee.
I'm Jayme-Lee. Guys!
I don't know if this is meant to be, but this is meant to be. We have so much angry. We've wasted time.
We've wasted so much time. We've been on tour though, so we've never really been in the same.
It's fine. We're here now. This is it. So you did some local theatre. You did community theatre.
Yes.
You did community theatre.
Yes, I did this one show. It was a little bit. I only did one show. We did Hairspray. It was so great.
Oh yes,
it was so good. And I was one of the Dynamites. So I was going to be Little Inez, but then I became a Dynamite instead, and that was so brilliant. Oh, it was so good. Shout out to Cardinia Culture Centre. Lee Garrity, you're the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, like for me, I was like really into community theatre because obviously I was finished studying and then I had basically a year, but while I was studying they actually told us not to audition for any community theatre, which I thought was really bizarre because I felt we weren't doing enough musicals and we weren't exploring what it's like to be in a show, and so I found like that was my outlet, was to go do community theatre. And I joined like a few societies and I was jumping around, but basically I was just trying to do the shows. I wanted to be in shows. I wanted to learn what it was like backstage and stuff like that, because I believe that I wasn't taught enough of that at uni. Do you have any future plans after Chile? You're getting married. When are you getting married?
I don't know when I'm getting married just yet. I don't know just yet. We wanted to save for our house first. He's over there.
Gently smiling.
I wanted to save for my house first because my family is so big, and you have to invite everyone. It's just the way my family is. You invite everyone, and that's just how it is. So it's going to cost me an arm, a leg, and a liver to pay for my wedding. Yeah. So I just wanted to have my house.
You
first.
Get rid of a few toes.
Exactly. I don't need them.
Are they cute?
Absolutely.
Oh my
not.
god! Absolutely so cute. Are you planning on moving out of Australia at any point?
I don't know. You know what? I was actually talking to my partner about this the other day, about going to America, and I would love to go there. I would absolutely love it. But I think right now in Australia and the way musical theatre is going and the shows that are coming here, I think I'm good. I think I'm good staying here. The only reason I wanted to go there was because there were shows for coloured girls, for darker girls, for brown girls. There were shows for us. Yeah. But now, you know, when Mormon came down and then Charlie came down, there was a role for us. And then when, you know, Hamilton's coming down, even Waitress, you know, there's roles for us girls. And they're being less strict in terms of, you know, what ethnicity these girls are, you know, the roles are. So I also think it's important for me to stay here at the moment because it does show that there are, you know, dark girls here that can do it. Yeah. So you don't have to always import. I understand why they do, but you don't always have to when there's girls like us who can do it, and you know, guys like us that can do it. Yeah. So I think it's important for me to stay in Australia at the moment
and just kill it and
just
enjoy the ride. Do a show together. I don't know what show it is. Hamilton. Whoever wants to just
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Hire us. We're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Well, like, since we just touched on that topic, let's just delve into it. Yeah. Like, how do you feel, like, when a casting brief comes out and they write exotic? Or, like, person of ethnic background. Like, how do you feel when you look at that?
When I see it that it says a person of colour or, you know, an ethnic person, I have mixed feelings about it because one, I'm happy because it shows that this can only be done by a coloured girl, you know, and you need that and you need to stick to those rules, and that's what I love. But then again, it's like we shouldn't have to do that. Yeah, we shouldn't have to unless it's specific, unless it's set in Uganda, unless it's the colour purple, unless it's specifically set in a certain country. There needs to be no colour. Yeah, absolutely no colour. And that's what I think. Waitress is even doing that really well at the moment.
I look at their casting brief and I was just like, welcome to the 2019. Yes. Welcome. Yes. Like,
it says any ethnicity, any. Yeah. And it's brilliant, and that's what I love. Like when I was talking to my mum about Frozen and the fact that they have, you know, a black girl who's playing Anna. She's understudying, but still she gets to play it. It's like, I could do that.
Yeah. It's sad that we're celebrating that, but we have to celebrate the small successes that we get. And absolutely. I am just like, you know, I'm very honored to work for a company, you know, called Disney that are, you know, changing the game right now. And obviously there are a lot of other companies and big corporations that are doing that and stuff. But yeah, we got to celebrate those small. Yeah. Those small.
We have to. The fact that I can, you know, the only princess that I thought I could play was Princess Tiana. Or Moana. I want to be Moana. But now that I could, I know. But now that I could actually play Princess Anna, it's just like, it's amazing. Like, anything's possible at this stage. We're getting there. It's small steps, but like, we're getting there, and it's possible. Which is,
do you think there's like some stereotypes around actors?
Yes, they think that we're crazy. I mean, we are a little bit. You have to be crazy to be able to adapt into a new role, to be able to play a crazy person, to be able to play a child. I play a 12-year-old child. I'm a 23-year-old woman playing a 12-year-old child.
Lives in her own apartment. She has a dog. She's gone.
I know. You have to be a little bit crazy, but we're also what I find so interesting is when you meet some people and they're like, or they come and watch the show and they're like, so is this your like other job? What's the other job that you have? And it's like, no, this is my career.
Yeah.
This is it. This is my job. I don't need another job.
Yeah.
I don't need a side job. I'm well off in
Or
this
like, what are you going to
industry.
do? What are you going to do after?
After that?
It's
After.
like,
It's like,
well, I'm hoping to act for the rest of my life.
exactly. This is what I'm hoping to do.
Yeah.
That's what I find interesting is when they think that it's people still, and it's just down to ignorance. They actually don't know. They don't know that this can be a career and that this is exactly what I'm planning on doing for the rest of my life. And they think that I need another job or this is just like a hobby at the moment. And it's okay because some people do that.
Yeah.
Some people,
Yeah.
you know, some people that I went to full-time with only did full-time and now they're studying something else because
How many people do we have mutual friends right now?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we've never met.
Yeah.
So it's like you just never know who's meeting and who you can talk to and connect with and stuff. And I think that, you know, this is kind of, you know, what I'm trying to do as well. Is just connect with these people because I think my hardest thing was getting back into the audition room after having this job.
Yeah.
And it just scared me. Like it absolutely scared me. And I went for an audition in Melbourne. It was like a very last minute audition for Ragtime. It was very interesting because I was just back in that audition room where you go in and it's just this cold kind of feeling and you look around and if you don't know anyone, like too bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Like you're going to be sitting on your own the whole time.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand that mentality because like we're all obviously competing against each other. But like it's hard enough going to do an audition to be in front of whatever 5 to 10 people on the panel and it's just little old you like please give me a job. Like it's hard enough doing that. So what is this stigma around like not being friendly on auditions? Like why do we do that? Is that a defense mechanism? Is it like this is just the way that it is at an audition? Like you don't talk to anyone? Like what's wrong with just giving someone a freaking smile?
Exactly.
Plus size.
Hulk!
Hi. Plus size. Plus size. What do you think?
You know what's funny is I never saw myself as a plus size girl, which is great because I just never saw myself as that. It was only when someone else said it to me. So I was doing a show and someone was like, she came up to me and she's like, oh, I'm so glad. She's like, that, you know, that outfit was so flattering, you know, it's so good. It's so good that they can dress, you know, plus size women. And I was like, huh? Oh,
so you're
like,
giving me the label of plus.
Yes.
I'm not giving it myself.
No, I never gave it to myself. I always, you know, I've always been a little bit chubby. It's just who I am. It's what my body is.
I don't know if you guys know this, but she is a little tiny.
I'm just a small human being. I'm just small. I've just been thick. I've been voluptuous, you know.
Like we are blessed.
Yes, we are blessed
we are
and
so
curved.
blessed with
Absolutely. So it was just having someone else say it to me made me think because then that's how other people are seeing me. Because you always subconsciously you always think about what other people think.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As much as you try not to, as much as people say, don't worry about what other people think, it's always going to happen. And that was the first time when I really saw that, you know, I was a bigger girl.
Fortunately, you know, like I have had a situation where I have kind of been shamed for being a little bit bigger. And obviously it wasn't done intentionally, but that, you know, like I think people just need to be aware of how they do act around it. I think people aren't aware of that.
Yeah. And because we are such confident women, we're so confident in how we look and how we are. So some people feel comfortable enough to comment on it. Don't. Please don't. It's okay. It's okay. We are confident in it. And we are, and we know ourselves, and we are. But like, you don't need to comment on it all the time. It's fine.
Like,
it's fine.
Oh my gosh, you just know how to dress for your own body.
Of course I do. Of course.
We're actually kind of nearly done with my questions.
Oh my gosh.
We're so good.
I actually.
Oh, are we changing parts?
Oh, I don't have.
Okay. I'm like
Anastasia
literally on the same one.
It's a good one though.
I went to New York just before we went to Adelaide, and I just had like a huge realization that like we are doing work at a Broadway standard here in Australia.
Absolutely.
And I want to like emphasize that because I think there's such a, you know, obviously Broadway is such a huge goal. Firstly, to get a visa, you know, like your green card, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like hard enough, but if you get like asked to be in a show, that is like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Because they have enough talent there, you know what I mean?
And if they want to bring you over.
Yeah, and I just look at people like Ainsley, like also remember that we are very privileged here. Obviously, we want more jobs, we want more shows, we want more opportunities. But I think where we are and what's happening right now in Australia, like we are very, very lucky.
Yeah.
Like for example, at least,
Yeah. Oh. Gosh, I love this.
You look good.
I just love that I'm going to take it off and then go to the gym.
I'm actually keep mine on. I'm going to see Puffs tonight. Shout out Puffs.
Are you?
What up?
Yes, you can do it check-ins. She's going to do a full day wear. It's
I'm
just
going
an
to
event.
full day. I'm actually
Got an
going to
event
teach some
tonight.
kids.
So cute. So cute. It's delightful.
Oh yeah. What's up, highlight?
I can just bring...
Okay, so what would be your dream role?
Oh, I've already done one
true.
of them. I've already done one of them. Sealy, in the colour purple. I'd love to do it again if they ever do a
Yeah.
revival of the revival. I would love to do it. Otherwise, I would really love to play Effie in the colour purple. Oh my god, in Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
vocally.
be your Dina, you be my.
Yes. Vocally, it would be amazing.
Yes.
Hi, Russ, please.
See, makeup just brings everyone.
Oh, it really does. It brought us together, though. Brought us two South Africans. Look at us. Sasha-Lee, Jayme-Lee, middle children. This is insane. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm just gonna do a little bit of blush.
Oh, I haven't blushed.
I must blush.
I don't really do blush, but like, I'll do it.
I only do a little bit. You want it? How did that happen?
Let's finish up. What is some advice that you would give to somebody thinking about starting a career here
In musical theatre, I would say train. It's so important. It's so important to educate yourself. You must know your industry, know the people in your industry, know the history of your industry, and you have to love your job. You really have to love.
Forget that your job is literally like, you don't know if it's that person's first show, if it's their last show on earth. You know, like you just need to make sure that you bring it every single time to the performance, and sometimes you have to dig really deep for that, you know, that Wednesday matinee show, but there's someone in that audience that will
This will be the
people, that they want to be at the theatre, they want to escape their world and come into our world. So yeah, very, very lucky to be part of this industry.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's the best industry. Said it.
Okay, well, I think that is all. If you guys like this, just let us know down below in the comments. Yeah, down here. Listen, but thank you, Jayme. I think I just like literally made a new best friend.
I know.
Okay, thanks guys. Bye.